team the lead. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And next to hit for Houston, Joey Loperfido. Gets him to chase after that one. Two down, bases empty, but one run across here in the third and final game of the series. This one in the air, center field. Cowser moving under this one, and that is that. Astros notch a run on the solo homer. Bottom half of inning number one coming up. This is Astros baseball on the show, Houston. And on the hill, the lefty, Hala Reynolds. She's near the top in strikeouts, and opponents still haven't figured her out.
Yeah, her swing and miss stuff is nasty. Baffling would-be hitters on a weekly basis.
It's not just her power. It's the command of the strike zone that jumps out to me, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, she's must-see TV. Sign me up for that subscription. Every game is a pitching clinic.
Digging in, Gunnar Henderson. And there's a ball. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So up next, Taylor Ward. 2 for 8 in the series so far. Yo, 1. Foul ball there. Henderson gets his lead at first with nobody out. Gets to it with a slide. There's one.
Got him!
To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Alonso in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Yo, 1. Right through there for a strike. Man at first, one away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. On the ground to third. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. Astros lead this one 1-0. You're watching Astros baseball on the show, Houston. Back now at Oriole Park, and stepping in for the Astros, Jose Altuve. Fouled off left side. The 0-1. Swing and a ball popped up. Ward on his way in. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 down.
Batting 6, the designated hitter, Jake Myers.
Stepping in, Jake Myers. 1 for 4 with a double in yesterday's game. And a pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
Oriole Park, still one of the most beautiful ballparks in all of baseball. I can't say another franchise does it better than Baltimore. The opening day ceremony, the players come in from the outfield through the center field wall, long orange carpet, so many fans here. Just a great place.
And here comes Carlos Correa.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
That smash towards center. And a superb diving catch. What a play.
Great diving catch to end the inning. That'll fire up the dugout for sure. Time to go swing it.
We head to the bottom of the second. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
Ball inside. Ball 3.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
That's in there. And the count is 3-1. That one in triple digits.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
Here's the third baseman, Jordan Westburg. Ground ball to first, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1. Double play, their second in the first 2 innings this afternoon.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swing and a miss, and she got him to chase.
Ball 2.
Right through there for a strike. Chopped out towards short. Jay there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers.
Wait a minute, we all just need a minute. The party been started, we all just need to finish. If I buy a chain, I'm doing it by myself. And I'ma get a pennant that say I'm independent. I'm a big man. You couldn't kick it with me even with a kickstand. Oh, you got big ideas? Well, I got a big plan. And I only take it up with the big man.
That's outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
Ball 1.
To a count, you really don't want to give in here. You've got to work the edges, really execute a pitch. Hopefully you can get back into this count.
That's a laser base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So next up for Houston, Cam Smith. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And that one is lifted in the air. Ward on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Astros, catcher Cesar Salazar.
So digging in, Cesar Salazar. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And a foul ball. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That's strike two. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Paredes, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Number 12.
He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
So up next, Donnie J. Grounded out his first time up. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner around third. And they lead by 2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. First and second, one out. Joshua Person getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit. Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
He's there. He's got it. 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, left fielder Joey Loperfido.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Now here is Joey Loperfido. Fly to center his first time. Now the 0-1.
Nope, that's a ball.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Jose Altuve waiting to hit for Houston. 2 on, 2 outs. And that'll load the bases.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Popped out to left his first time.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
Base hit. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score. Goes to third. In there. And now they've got runners at the corners with 2 outs.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Jake Myers will hit next. Flied to right his first time.
Inside, ball 1.
It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Keegan Aiken preparing to come on if needed. Bradish, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2-1 now. Sliced hard but foul. Man, that got him square in the mask. Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next pitch is downstairs. Carlos Correa up next for the Astros. And a payoff pitch. Stays alive. Three-two. In there. Got him looking for the K. Good job at damage control right there. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Astros 4 and the Orioles nothing. This is Astros baseball on the show, Houston. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Well, Siggy's here in Baltimore, and crab cakes. We need to get our hands on some crab cakes. You think we'll get someone to maybe run down for us and grab a few?
Absolutely. It's got to happen. Maryland crab cakes, the best. And you talk about the seasoning. Nobody does it better than the people here in the city of Baltimore. But even so, here at the ballpark, some great food.
1-1 now. To the right side, Paredes. Takes it himself. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. Now it's the second baseman, Jeremiah Jackson.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
Ball.
Yeah, and I'm kind of partial to my guy Boog down there over that right field wall, and some barbecue, because Boog can fire up some pretty good barbecue.
Yeah, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any of that yet up here in the booth. Come on, man, let's go.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 3.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if she'll walk you.
And there's ball 4.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
1 out, man at first. Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Aye.
In the dirt. The 2-2 on the way. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Next to hit, Gunnar Henderson. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single.
Henderson.
Close one doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Jackson off of first with 2 away.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0. He's put himself in a really good spot.
2-0.
The heater is clearly giving him trouble early on in this one. I want to see him ready to swing against that pitch just a little more often.
Swing and a miss, and now 2-2. Outside low, and the count's full.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
In the air, left field. Loperfido gets under it. And that is that. On to inning number 4. It's the Astros 4 and the Orioles nothing. You're watching Astros baseball on The Show, Houston. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Carlos Correa.
Nice grab. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Astros, first baseman, Isaac Paredes.
Now here is Isaac Paredes. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Hit softly on the ground to third. Whips it to Mountcastle. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th.
Up next for the Astros, right fielder, Cam Smith.
2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Cam Smith. Fly to left his first time. Foul ball. And the 0-1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. 2 down, nobody on. And it remains 2-2. Got him. Next K is his 3rd of the game. Astros are down quietly. They lead 4-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Winning's what I do, kid. I don't take no L's. Make my haters lose it. And this ain't no exclusive. Everybody know it. By now they just used to it. Y'all sick, but you mad cause I'm flawless.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Close, but called a ball. Ball one.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as she tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
That's ball 2.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. She set him up with a high fastball and then buried that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Alonso, batting with one down, takes a strike. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? That one at triple digits.
And an area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines.
Backed off the plate that time. The Orioles down by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. Worked a walk in his first. To the plate. The lefty, the 1-0. Lined, and that's a base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. In there. Just beat the tag. It's a double.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So runner at second, 2 down. Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. First offering way inside, almost got him. Two outs and 1 in scoring position.
Nope, outside.
That's in there. That's strike 1. Fastball for a strike.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
The changeup missing. Full count now. And that's a strikeout looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for her on the bump today. 1 left for the Orioles. They trail it here 4-0. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Keegan Aiken.
And as relievers go, he's not a big strikeout guy. He tries to force weak contact, so command and execution are for him.
Out towards right center field. Oh, he can't bring it in. And he'll pull into second safely.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Donnie J up next for the Astros.
Well, these Astros putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Man at second. Swing and a foul out of play. Lined into right. He's got it. Runner tags at second.
Now batting, center fielder, number 26.
Joshua Person, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one. And that's outside.
That's off the plate.
And it's 1-0.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Mountcastle under it. And there's 2 down. He's been such a tough out lately. That one almost felt like a surprise.
Left fielder, Joey Loperfido.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Joey Loperfido. He's 0 for 1.
Ball, that's out.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. Cowser on the move. He's got it. And that is that. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Astros 4 and the Orioles nothing. Back here in Baltimore. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. His home run numbers stand out, Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. To third.
Nope.
And
Foul ball.
Foul ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Way outside, and now it's 3-2.
Expect for that pitcher to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because she does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
There's a swing and a drive. That's got a chance. Tattooed and gone. A solo shot. It's his 8th home run of the year. And they inch closer. It's 4-1. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ballgame.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. He's sitting on 99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100.
Yeah, making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers. Oh, just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Challenge from behind the dish here. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Swings and sends a rocket to right. 1 away.
Up next for the Orioles,
Jeremiah Jackson, the next to hit for the Orioles. He reached on a walk his first time. And it's fouled away. Here's 0-1. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. On the ground, right side. Oh, great stop. And they get the out.
Up next for the Orioles, center fielder, Colton Cowser.
2 down, bases empty. So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Ball, that's outside.
Two down, nobody on. And that drops in for a strike.
That's a ball.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Upstairs, Gunnar Henderson waiting on deck for the Orioles. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Orioles close the gap on the homer. It's now 4-1. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game.
Someone called a paramedic. I'm on fire. We don't get it together, then we all die. They ain't feeling sympathetic for the small guy. I don't think I'ma regret it when the cars fly. Ain't nothing really like it used to. Wake the neighbors up like a rooster. It's a booster. Help me see the future. I believe in karma. So let's do some. I know you cool though.
Now pitching.
Coming on for the Orioles, Kyle Bradish.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Yeah.
Check swing called strike. 0-1.
Ball.
Movement in the bullpen. Dietrich Enns, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. Cano, the right-hander, loosening up as well. Swing and a miss, and that's strike. Two. On the outside corner, got him looking.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
The designated hitter, Jake Myers.
Jake Myers up next for the Astros. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right.
Hey!
Next offering is fouled back. On the ground, right side, Jackson throws to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Carlos Correa. And that one fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Got him. That ends the frame. 1-2-3 go the Astros, but they lead it 4-1. Back now at Oriole Park. Well, Singy, she's been on a tear coming in, and we've seen much of the same dominance today. Swiftly becoming the X factor of this pitching staff.
Yeah, she's pitching like she's got the answers to the test, and the hitters just forgot to study. She's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Takes it in for the out. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder, Taylor.
Taylor Ward now at the plate.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
The Orioles trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And
that's
another
ball.
Right through there for a strike.
Thought the green light might be on right there, but maybe not. If you're looking to swing in that count, that's the pitch you want.
And that's ball
4.
It feels to me like her time on the mound is running short, starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let her go.
1 gone, runner at first. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame. So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Ward at first, 1 gone. Hit on the ground to short. Over to Altuve. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning coming up. It's the Astros 4 and the Orioles 1. This is Astros baseball on the show, Houston. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
That's outside.
Swing and a pop-up. Mountcastle settles under this one, and there's one down.
Up next for the Astros, right fielder Cam Smith.
Cam Smith up next for the Astros.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Bradish, 29 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. And ring him up, says Carl Dixon. That's a strikeout.
Well, that at-bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at-bat.
Back to the top of the order, and next to hit for Houston, Cesar Salazar. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
2 down, nobody on. In the air, left field. And it's a foul ball.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
That's a ball.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that'll do it. Nothing doing there for Houston as they hold on to a 4-1 lead.
Now pitching for Houston.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Hayden Wesneski. Leading off, Tyler O'Neill. The Orioles in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-1. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Really nice sequence for the quick strikeout right there. A couple of breaking balls to get ahead 0-2. Then pump the hard stuff by him for strike 3. And I like that he didn't mess around. Sometimes guys, they like to get too cute. They waste a pitch here or there and then find themselves back into a hitter's count. But right there, he had him right where he wanted him and pitched him aggressively to get the strikeout.
Now, Jordan Westburg. And that's 3 there for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Got him looking. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing beat.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Started after it. Appeal to third. Yes, he did. That's a swing. 0-1 now. And there's a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. On the ground to the left. Throws to first in time. Third out, and that ends the frame. Orioles held in check there, and they trail it 4-1. We're at the top of the 8th. Donnie J steps in, leading the league in RBIs. When traffic's on the bases, he seems to always come through.
Yes, he does, Boog, and doesn't try to do too much, just drives in runs like clockwork.
And first offering is fouled off. You talk about a reliable bat, key moments. This is it, Singy.
Yeah, he's been the anchor in this lineup, a run producer through and through.
This one in the air right field. O'Neill getting an angle on it. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
Now batting, center fielder, number 26.
So digging in, Joshua Herson. He's already homered in this game.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Swinging a foul straight back. The 0-1. That one found hard the other way. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
They had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat, as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and that's a nice play to end the inning. It's the Astros 4 and the Orioles 1. Back here in Baltimore, bottom of the 8th. Ryan Mountcastle digs in now.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
So a man on base to start the inning.
Waste no time there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Jeremiah Jackson will hit next. Out to short, Jay. Off balance speed, there's one. A sensational double play.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Base is empty after the double play. Colton Cowser getting ready to hit. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair. So it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
In there at the knees. Swings through it for the K. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Back now at Oriole Park. We go to the ninth. Jose Altuve now at the plate. Check swing. He held up. And that is ball 1. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Dietrich ends. The young lefty looks to be getting himself ready. Here's a 1-1. Tap foul at the plate. The 1-2.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Outside.
Oh, that's out.
Full count now. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Jose Altuve will touch them all. His 7th home run of the season, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-1.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Kyle Bradish gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. Dietrich ends. Gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Digging in, Jake Myers. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Foul ball there. That breaking ball is in for a strike, and quickly it is 0-2. Myers thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here at the top of the ninth. Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Now Correa up to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. On the ground to short, Henderson. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Astros, first baseman, Isaac Paredes.
And now it's going to be Isaac Paredes. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Oh, and 2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Astros claw back a bit on this solo homer. We head now to the bottom of the ninth. You're watching Astros baseball on the show, Houston. All set for the bottom of the ninth. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Ripped to third and picked on a hop. Correa over to first. 1 out, bottom of the ninth.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder, Taylor.
Now the number 2 hitter, Taylor Ward.
Ball 1.
Ball to strike. The pitch. Right through there for a strike. 1 down, base is empty here in the ninth. Just
That
misses
ball
with that one.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Got him swinging for the K. And the Orioles down to their final out.
Great location with that 2-strike fastball. I tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times that location with 2 strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
Alonso in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
They're down to their final strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 0-2 now. Battling here as he fouls it away. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9.
Ball 1.
swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Well, when you reel off 8 wins in a row, you're this close to double digits, and now all of a sudden it's a challenge within a challenge to get 2 more wins to get to 10. But there's definitely a high level of confidence that this team is playing at right now, and that's one of those things. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to disturb things. Make sure the clubhouse is giving you the same good food it's been giving you all along, and you can keep this win streak going.
5-1 is how it ends. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our
In my apple juice, I got no